10 o'clock. So thank you those of who were able to join us live. We are continuing. We have 2 weeks left with our social media mastery series. What I loved about our last session, and especially the one today and next week, is that, we've been bringing in experts in all different areas, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. But last week, today with Alicia, and then next week with D'Amica, we're looking at everyday people in the real estate space. So that know real estate, know how the industry works, and that are effectively using these platforms in their businesses every day. So I love that perspective. Sometimes it's great to get a marketing person sort of outside looking in, but I love that you're in the trenches and you get it. So I'm really excited to hear from you today. I'm going to turn host control over to you. Just ask anybody if you could mute. We're usually a small enough group that if anybody has questions or just wants to jump in and get clarification on something, feel free to do that. But otherwise, if you can just keep muted, I'm going to hand host control over to you. I really look forward to hearing about your background and having you share with us what you've been doing.
Awesome. Well, I'll give you the quick, because nobody really cares about me. They just care about the YouTube. So I've been an agent for 16 years. I'm a mom of 3. My kids are 13, 12, and 7 now, but I built my business. Like I started this 3 years ago on YouTube, and I built my business with them in tow. And it's almost all exclusively relationship based and or referral based from one of my social media platforms, YouTube being a big one. All referral. I don't pay for a single lead. I don't pay for a single ad on YouTube, and I've grown everything organically, and I'm getting ready to roll over to 10,000 subscribers. And I've done this, but I've also helped other agents with smallish followings on YouTube be able to get clients. And usually it takes them about 90 days, and they're right about at the point where like, this is never going to work. And then it's like, okay, now people are calling me and I've leveraged my time, and now I've got clients with as little as like, the last 2 clients I had like 37 subscribers, and they've gotten deals and closed them from YouTube. So you do not have to have hundreds and thousands of subscribers to do this. So that's about me. I'm in Maryland. If you care, you guys are close to me. So I wanted to hear like kind of where you are. Does everyone have a YouTube channel? Are you exploring it? Where are you? Because that'll kind of dictate where we go with this.
So certainly you heard from me, we're leveraging YouTube completely utility. So I'm looking at how, and I'm using utility from our network standpoint, about 450 agents. Take a step back from that. I have a team of about 45 people. So I'm looking to build on like ground level.
Okay. And I see Michelle says no YouTube channel yet. Okay. Well, you guys can chime in the chat. I'll try to keep up. And most people or most agents are like, yeah, it's a good idea. I would love to do it, but I've never done it. I see someone just started, no YouTube channel. Okay. So you're just starting or you have no YouTube channel. The very first thing is like, what do you want to do with this? What is the purpose, right? Do you want to build your brand? Do you want to actually get clients calling you? Because you can't be successful on YouTube without knowing who you want to reach. Because you can't make videos for someone that you don't know who you're trying to reach, right? Most agents are not making videos that people actually want. And I'm going to show you today how to figure that out. So number 1 is to figure out who your audience is and what you're trying to accomplish with this. And then just hammer home in such a niche that they are searching on YouTube. Please give me this answer about New Jersey, like co-ops. Please give me this answer about the HOA. I don't understand, right? And then here you are on a silver platter going, I have your answer. And they're like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. Have to immediately follow. And now you're my go-to for real estate. And that opens up the door for the conversation to build the relationship to get the client. Tracking with me? Okay. So when you do this, YouTube I also do TikTok. I have about 17,000 followers on TikTok, and I've gotten clients from TikTok also. They help each other. TikTok helps feed YouTube, but they're so completely different. TikTok, it's on the fly. You're still doing like your hook and everything, but YouTube lives on for years. Like people go back and watch videos that I've done 3 years ago, hundreds of hours, right? So it's like me sitting here and I'm sleeping, or I'm with my kids and I'm still lead generating for myself with these videos. That is amazing that you can kind of carve out time that's right for you. And then the videos go to work for you. And I wanted to kind of explain on a high level how YouTube works versus other social media platforms. The long form specifically, YouTube Shorts is a lot like TikTok or Instagram, but the long form that sticks around forever, it is sort of like a funnel. So you'll have at the very top of the funnel, it are your very broad videos like New Jersey real estate market or seller contribution. Seller contribution, you might get people who are buying in another state, right? But they're still real estate people. That's top of the funnel. They'll get your most views and they'll feel like they're your best videos. In the middle of the funnel might be like seller contribution in X county in New Jersey. Is it possible? Right? That's kind of like they're doing real estate in New Jersey, probably. Maybe they already have an agent, which is not the best, but maybe they don't. Your hot leads, so that's in the middle. And then the very bottom is like, here's a tour of my neighborhood that you want to buy in. Here's what you can get for $600,000 in XYZ city. Those people are looking specifically for what you have. They're trying to do real estate and they need help. So that's your hot leads, but they're going to be your least viewed. So it's really easy when you post them, you're like, man, I only got 50 views that month, or I only got 20 views. Well, those are 20 views, 20 humans, they're not views, they're 20 humans who've searched you out for answers, and they came up with you, and they want to do exactly what you service, versus the big high level videos that you might get 20,000, 30,000 views on. Right? The people at the bottom, and you just have to keep your ego in check, because you'll be like, oh, well, I'll never do a video like that again, or that wasn't successful. Well, it was probably really successful. You just have to give it time. Make sense? Right. Okay. So there's structure. Short form videos, it's a lot about like who I am, the feel of me, the structure of YouTube counts. And if you guys want this, I will share this with you. I'll walk you through. I have a checklist of how to launch your YouTube. If you'd like that, can you send this to them afterward? Okay. So I can send you the checklist of YouTube, and then I can send you the upload cheat sheet. And let me show you this. You see my cheat sheet, right? You want to find a keyword, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that before this ends. I'll show you how to find a video that people actually want to watch and that's going to get views, and to know how many times a human's actually typing that keyword in per month. Like, that's helpful, right? To know that sometimes no one's typing it in. Agents are making videos. I'm like, why are you making that video? No one really is searching for that. You just wasted your time. So this is the upload cheat sheet. And if you do this first, then it's really easy to make your video, and it's really easy to upload your video. So there's your keyword, and I'll explain more. And then I have my keyword and the title.
Can you zoom out on that, Alicia?
Oh, yeah.
So we see just the top where it stops at keyword.
Yeah. I can't see how much. What can you see now down to? So I know how for reference.
Just keyword, uploading cheat sheet and keyword.
Oh, can you see me scrolling down?
No.
Oh, let me stop the share again and start over. Let me bring it up for you.
I see more. So maybe.
Okay, my mouse doesn't want to work. Is that good?
There you go. Perfect. Okay. Yep. Perfect. And we see you scrolling too.
Okay. So the CRM, you're going to figure out the keyword, and I'll show you how to do the research. Then when you actually upload the video, it's going to be the keyword plus an emotional trigger. So let's pretend this one's about CRMs. I'm talking about best CRM for real estate. We're going to say, stop wasting money. We're not going to say, here are the 3 that you need to know. We're going to engage the feelings about it. And then you'll have tags. I'll show you a little bit more about that. And this is your video structure. And I'll send this to you. You can send it to them. In the very beginning, well, let me explain one thing real quick before we go into the actual, what the video is like. To get people to watch your videos, you have the chance of a thumbnail. You have a chance of them seeing your title and coming up in search. If you have a crappy title and a crappy thumbnail, they're never going to see your amazing video. So we have to work, and I'll show you a little bit about thumbnail too. Thumbnail, and then your title with the great keyword. Those are your best, they need to work together. The actual, once you're making the video, the hook is kind of like a headline on a newspaper. And that's, instead of saying, hi, how do you say your name, Deanna? Hi, Deanna, welcome back to my channel. Like, no one cares. No one cares who I am. No, like, they want to know, Seller contribution, can you get it in New Jersey, or is it the market is too hot? Right off the bat, I want to know what this is about immediately. Think of it as like newspaper headline, because if they can't get past for the first 3 seconds, they're not watching you. Then we're going to say what the value is that you're here. Then that's where you say, hi, it's Deanna, welcome back. On this channel, we talk all about New Jersey real estate. If you want to never miss a video, make sure you hit subscribe. You want to make that part after the hook, the value of them being here. Not just subscribe, but this is what you can get here. On this channel, we go all about Maryland restaurants, real estate, and how to have an amazing life here, or like the best places to live. So they know what they're getting instead of just subscribe to my channel. If you're going to have what's called a bumper, which is like a cute like diagram and like video of you doing something, it's got to be real quick because people don't care anymore. 3 years ago, you could have like a 30-second like intro of who you are and like get the feel. People don't care. Just it's got to be like 5 seconds, or you don't even need it. Then the next step, am I losing you guys, or we're on track? Okay. So the next step is to think about what they're going to get out of this video. So you hooked them with this is about seller contribution, or if you want to do, let's say, a community in New Jersey, the very top hook would be, I can't wait to show you this tour, or come with me on a tour of XYZ New Jersey, right? Then you do what the value is and ask to subscribe. Then you tell them what they're going to get in the end of this video. By the end of this video, you're going to see all about XYZ town. You're going to see where the movie theater is and the greatest restaurants and how close it is to this town. You've told them exactly what they're coming for, so they know what to expect. And then you go through your points. Here's the first 3 places, or the first 3 things I want to talk about. Then you have a call to action. And it's very simple. You don't want to make them think. You don't want to like ask them, what's your favorite town? Or like, don't make them think too hard. Are you in New Jersey? Are you watching from New Jersey? Let me know. Put NJ down there. Are you looking from out of state or transferring? Put transfer down there, right? Very simple, easy way to call to action. The reason you want to have a call to action in the middle is because when people comment on your videos, YouTube likes the engagement and it gives you some YouTube juice. So even if it is just yes, even if it's NJ, it's good for you. Hit the thumbs up if you're local here watching, or hit the thumbs up if you're relocating. You do your final couple points, and then another CTA, which a call to action would be if you had another video on another New Jersey town, if you say, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you're all about you're finding the right town, New Jersey, check out this tour of this other town in New Jersey. So one video is taking them to the next video. Right? And if you're doing this with your like as a utility and still want to get search out of it, you can do the same thing, saying if you love this YouTube video, but you want to see how TikTok works to help feed that, make sure you look at the TikTok video we just did. Or if you want to lean into LinkedIn too, go here. So you always want to refer one to the next. And then you just say subscribe, give thumbs up, and move on. Cool. When you go to upload, the sheet's amazing because you're going to write your description here. And I'm going to show you like the best trick ever to write your description for YouTube, which is taking your tags. And remember, I'm going to show you how to do the research. Take your tags. You're going to copy and paste them into your YouTube description. And then each one of those tags that you've used, you're going to write a sentence around them. So literally copy and paste. Oh, that was a link that I had. Copy and paste all those words, and every single tag I have in there, you're going to see in here. So you're just going to write a sentence around it. That gives YouTube a little bit of like, yes, this video really is about what she's talking about. The tags really are relevant, and it's like gives it a whole package. And what else? You want to put your keyword right up front, because again, that's YouTube is evaluating all this stuff. And if it's right up front, it's giving it another clue. Okay, so you'll have this and you can do what you want with the rest of that. Do you guys have any questions on the upload, the structure, how to make it work?
That's a great tool.
Okay, good.
You basically outlined it all right there.
Yeah.
So people aren't guessing what they need to. So when you're building this and you're thinking about your content, and I apologize if I'm jumping ahead, but what do you consider like the ideal time length of video?
Video, as long as it needs to explain it without any fluffery. So like 5 to 10 is great. If it needs to be longer and it's like engaging content, then make it longer. Under 5, I mean, is okay, but 5 plus would be good. Okay. We'll get into the research. I want to show you that if you haven't started yet, you don't need anything but your phone and possibly a tripod. You don't even have to have a light. You can use a window and just sit toward the window and record yourself that way. It's better to record yourself this mode, right? Not selfie mode because it's a higher resolution, but I record selfie mode all the time and it's fine. So I did the first half of my channel was on a computer, desktop, camera. And then if you've watched any recent videos, the second half of my channel has all been cell phone recordings. So you don't need anything special. Is there a time of day the video? Nope, there's not a time of day for you. I would just pick one, right? And be consistent. And then once you feed YouTube information and people start watching it, YouTube will tell you when to post. They'll say your users are on at this time in the analytics, and you'll see that behind the scenes. It'll start to tell you. The phone should be horizontal this way, like the horizon. Yep. YouTube Shorts is this way, but the regular video is this way. And for if you're going to outsource your videos, feel free. They will not be perfect, but they will be done, right? We've tried a bunch of different services. They have misspellings, they're not perfect. And it's probably going to be $300 to $500 for you to get one video a week for the month. Like you're pay $300 to $500 for the month. You can use Upwork, video, VidChops. Those are two big ones. Upwork allows you to have like your own editor. VidChops is more like they have VAs and they're editing this. So it'll be good, but maybe not perfect. If you're doing it yourself, I suggest Video Leap or Filmora Go, because you can edit it on your phone and you can add all of like the subscribe buttons. You don't have to go like design it on Canva and then put it in. It's all there. And it's literally, if you've ever used TikTok or Instagram, you just push the buttons and you move the scale and then you add the preset icons that they have. You can even add music on there. So if you're not super tech savvy and you're like, I'm going to be bootstrapping this and do it myself, Video Leap or Filmora Go. And then it never has to leave your phone. What are those two again? Filmora Go and Video Leap. And then for the video editing, VidChops and Upwork. Upwork takes a little bit more work because you're finding the editor on Upwork. They're freelancers. VidChops is like you just put in your video, they take care of it, and it comes back in a couple of days. Okay, so you don't need much. Get a tripod, and then this thing is the best thing that I've bought for any of my video production, short form, long form. It's a magnet. I don't know if it works on Android, but it works on iPhone. So it's a magnet that just hooks on your phone, and then you can literally move your phone any angle, like all around. Like it could be upside down, anything on your tripod. Instead of trying to hook it into one of those brackets, it's like $50 or $60, but it's worth every penny. And a lavalier mic. You don't need, like I have this mic, you don't really need it. If you could just get a little mic or use your AirPods, people can hear you fine. It's not a problem. Okay, did I answer all the questions that were coming up?
I think you got them, yep.
Okay.
And you said that's lavalier, Lavalier.
Yes. Yep. Lavalier, just a little lapel mic, and they're like $20. So I think you would have everything that you need to do this with that equipment for recording and editing. Does everybody have Canva? More or less.
I have Canva. Yeah. There's a few people, I think. Yes.
Okay. You use Canva for your thumbnails, and if we have time, I'll give you a quick look at like what that looks like. Okay. So the YouTube sheet will come to you. And then let's get into a little bit of the research. So does anyone know what their channel is going to be about? Or should we just assume that this is New Jersey real estate? New Jersey real estate. Okay.
Yeah, let's go with New Jersey real estate.
Okay. So we're thinking, what is my ideal client? And are they 55 and over? Are these condo people? Or what type of client are we looking at? So we're just going to use one as kind of reference. And then we can, if you guys have a specific one, we can work with that. All right, I'm going to show you my screen. What I'm using here is Keywords Everywhere. It's this, I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but we're trying to get a lot in. Okay.
It's great.
This little black and red K is Keywords Everywhere. So it allows me, it's a Google Chrome extension. It is super cheap. Like it goes by credits. So it depends how much you use it, but you could spend $50 and have it the whole year. But then when you run out of credits, you have to do more. You toggle it on and off. So if you're not using it, just turn it off. I use it every day. So just always leave it on. It allows you to say New Jersey townhouse. Let's just say that. 720 people are searching New Jersey townhouse, just that phrase. So this is the first part. See in the green? That's what Keywords Everywhere does for you. It shows you that there's 720 humans typing New Jersey townhouse a month. This is the first part of it. So the first part is seeing how many humans want this. Now we want to go to YouTube and see how many videos already exist, because you don't want to make a video that has zillions of videos and nobody can find it. The secret in YouTube really is finding those underserved communities, those underserved, like they want this information and it's not out there, and it takes a little bit of time to figure out what that is. Okay, so New Jersey townhouse. And then I'm going to go to YouTube. And some of you may have TubeBuddy. I know it's TubeBuddy. It's like $30 a month. The first month is free. If you're going to do it, I would suggest doing all the research that first month and then canceling it until you're rolling, because you don't need that extra expense. In TubeBuddy, you go to Keyword Explorer, and type in what you just typed in Google and hit Explore. The only thing you want on here is how many videos are made. So there's 85,000 videos made on that, which seems like, man, that's a lot of videos. It's not. It's not at all. So anything like if you're under a couple 100,000 videos, you should make that video. And the way I check, like I'll check and get an inclination. This stuff doesn't matter. I know some people are like, well, I just go off and see if it's excellent or if it's good, and then I make the video. You can't do that at all. All you want to do is look at how many videos are actually made. And if it's up under a couple 100,000, you're golden. But I do go and take this keyword and go into YouTube. And I just search and I look and see, okay, who else has done videos on New Jersey townhouse? Okay. 8 months ago, there's this new construction tour. Okay. And I look and see how many subscribers did they have? 777, but they had 2,500 views. That means to me that their subscribers aren't the only ones watching this, and only 20% of your subscribers watch your videos, really. So he has more than 3 times the amount of his subscribers looking for this. They're looking for it, right? Because they're finding him through search if they're not subscribers. So I just do a quick cruise through here and look. New townhome tour. And I just look and see what's there. Okay. It looks like, you know, I have an opportunity here to do this because more people want it than there are videos, or that's underserved. Okay. So we have a video. That's the basic thing we want to do. Search to see how many humans are looking for it, and then see how many videos are made. If you, like I do real estate lead generation, a lot, you have a lot of videos on real estate lead generation. There's 4.5 million videos on real estate lead generation. So you have, once you establish an audience, you can go up and do ones in the millions, but when you're first starting, you want low ones. I'll try not to go too deep in here. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you. So do you see at first real estate lead generation, if I made a video about that and I'm just like, okay, real estate lead generation, that's what I'm going to do. If I just toyed around with it a little more and I did ideas, then there's only 800,000 videos. That I'm better suited if I title a video real estate lead generation ideas than just real estate lead generation, because it's a smaller pool, just because I spent a little bit more time trying to figure that out. Does anyone have something specific they would like to make a video about?
Michelle, I know, is looking to get into pre-foreclosure. and attract people who maybe either have distressed properties or might be underwater and are trying to avoid the foreclosure process.
Okay, she's looking for sellers.
She's looking for, she is definitely looking for sellers who maybe aren't entering the market or don't think they have options to enter the market.
Okay, so let's think out, what would those people be searching? We won't get it right the first time, but it'll show you how the process works. What are people looking at that are going into foreclosure? Like, how do I avoid? You can just tell me some options. How do I avoid foreclosure? If I could spell it right. In New Jersey. And I just look and see. If there's 0, that means someone's not typing that exact thing in, but if you click beside it, it might give you some suggestions. New Jersey foreclosure process. When's it too late to stop foreclosure? So we could check any of these, right? Foreclosure timeline process. I'm looking for ones with the least amount of competition. So you can't go by these numbers so much, but if I see one that's like $10, that's the click through. Like, that's not one you want to mess with, but let's see what we've got here. Which one should we go with? When is it too late to stop foreclosure? And then we'll look at the New Jersey foreclosure process. So I'm just going to copy it like I did on the other one. Go to the keyword explorer, and I'm going to put that. Oops, I just copied and pasted the wrong one. Copy. It's a little tedious, but once you do it, you have it down, and then you can keep making videos. So 118,000 videos made on that with 2,400 searches a month. That is like, make that video every day. So when's it too late to stop foreclosure? When's it too late to stop foreclosure? Well, that's not New Jersey. So we could put it in New Jersey. In New Jersey. Okay. I'm going to show you how to get that in there without it being in there. So you could do a video, when is it too late to stop foreclosure? And then remember that sheet that I showed you has an emotional trigger afterward. Like, if you live in New Jersey, you have to see this. Or watch this if you live in New Jersey. Or before you foreclose, if you live in New Jersey and you need help, watch this. So it's going to be one of those high level, medium level videos, because it might get people from other states, but also your emotional triggers all about New Jersey. Okay. This is good that we found one with this so far. Okay. Where were we?
What does the dollar amount mean, Alicia?
It's what people pay for clicks, for basically pay-per-click, but
Okay.
nothing, like really nothing, because sometimes it doesn't have a good indication that it's anything. Okay, so we said how to avoid foreclosure was the first one, right? How to avoid foreclosure in New Jersey. How long are foreclosures taking? So let's go to the New Jersey foreclosure process, because that's specific, that's state specific. And it's lower views, 210. But when I go over to see how many videos are made, let's see, there might be a ton, and then we'll know. 36,000. So that's a great video. So if somebody wants to make a video on the New Jersey foreclosure process, you should for sure do that. Because I'm like, you don't even have to do the research. I just did it for you. Does someone want to type that into the comments so you guys have it? Okay.
Yes.
You have buyers, agent attraction. Agent attraction. Okay. You'll get agent attraction naturally just from your YouTube channel. People will be like, how do you do that? New Jersey foreclosure process was the one. It had 36,000 videos made and 210 searches per month. So I want to explain, when it's 210 searches a month, like, make that video all day. Like, all of you could make that video. If you're interested in having people reach out about that. 210 searches, the average click-through rate, when they see your little thumbnail and they see the title, the average click-through rate is about 5%. So if we estimate 200 searches a month, that was 210, but 200, 5% of that is 10. So you have to go on with the mindset that, okay, I might only get 10 views this first month. I might get 10 the next month. But the more you share it and the more YouTube goes, oh, people are watching this, they're watching the whole video, they're commenting. Then the power of YouTube is they start to find audiences like the people who liked your video and commented and engaged. And then they go show those people your videos. And then they go, that keeps duplicating. And that's how you end up with 2,500 views with only 700 subscribers. It's cool, right?
It's very cool.
Very cool. Very cool, right? But literally, there are so many agents on TikTok who are doing YouTube, and they're like, I just don't understand. I have like 460 videos, but I only have 150 subscribers. This is why. They're doing all the videos, but they're not doing the work to set themselves up so YouTube can work for them. And you could do all the videos you want. You could have amazing videos and then just no one find them. And I know a lot of people say, oh, the tags don't matter. The tags aren't going to make or break you. But when you're starting out, every little data point you can give YouTube helps you grow.
So the keywords that you're taking in the beginning, where you're doing the groundwork, building your description, that's really significant because YouTube understands that text.
Yeah.
And measures the relevancy of your content.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's like 90%, but it's definitely a piece of the pie that helps you get a full pie.
Okay.
So keywords everywhere and TubeBuddy would be two tools. Keywords everywhere, I think you could use in your business, even if you never do YouTube, because it helps you understand what people are actually asking and looking for. And then TubeBuddy helps you see how many videos have been made. Just you're hedging your bets, and it helps you, make videos that people are actually going to see. See, I have more for you. Does
Jim, there's a couple questions I was just going to grab. Jim was asking, do videos like specific neighborhood tours get a good amount of traction?
You can do neighborhood tours, and you can do pros, and this will be in one of my sheets of videos that you could do without any research. Like, go ahead and make all these you want. Pros and cons of living in New Jersey, pros and cons of living in your town, New Jersey, living in wherever you live, moving to wherever you live. And that's just it's going to happen organically. You can make those videos all the time. If you're going to do a town tour, I would at least do the research to see if there is something specific that they're searching. Like yesterday, I helped someone who was going to do Sanford, Florida. And when we looked up Sanford, Florida wasn't the best keyword. Downtown Sanford, Florida was like a money. So just spend a few minutes going, okay, I'm going to make this video. Let's see what people are actually looking for. Well, they're searching downtown Sanford, Florida.
And does the age of your video matter?
Somewhat. So if you have your specific videos, like you'll still get view. Like I get views from my very first video 3 years ago regularly.
Wow.
When you see videos pop up and like the top 3 or 4 videos are like 3 years, 5 years, 6 years ago, that is a window of opportunity for you because YouTube wants new videos. And if you end up having a video that you've made that did really well, and it's been 6 to 12 months, make it again. Do a little different spin. People are clearly interested and YouTube likes it. Okay. That is this is like the down and dirty, right? This takes a little bit of like, you could make a couple of these and like they do awful, and then you can make a couple more and they do amazing. And your first videos will be your worst videos. They just will. Nobody likes what they look like. Nobody likes what they talk like. But just imagine, you don't know anything. You're moving to Hawaii and you don't know anything about Hawaii. And there's this agent, and it's just, they're not perfect, but they're giving you such valuable information. You feel like you understand what it's like to live there. How do you feel about that agent? Regardless of what their clothes look like, if they're not perfect, if they stumble over their words, how would you feel about that agent?
Warm and fuzzy.
Warm and fuzzy. That's when they're like, can you please help me? Right. I get people calling for me to help them outside of Maryland.
That's awesome.
Inez, do you have a question? Seemed like you were. No, okay. I think I answered that. Realtor of 23 years, but I'm also a registered dietitian in private practice, and I'm struggling with this process, trying to expand business and promote a new online program. Do you do consulting work? Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. I do help people one-on-one. I actually love this. Like, this is so much fun because it's helping you, especially people with a limited amount of time or people who are like, I just want to control my time better. You get to pick when you do these videos. Nobody's telling you, well, it's only available here. You have to go to this showing at this time, right? You totally control this. You can do it while the whole world is sleeping. Right? It doesn't matter where you are. Like, you can do there are agents who have done videos for tours of communities and have never left their seat. They pop up a Google map behind them. They show you the context, right? They say, okay, you can let's pretend the green screen's behind me. These houses, waterfront, are going to cost you $2 million. These inside here are about 7 to 8 million, and there's 62 listed, and blah, 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 blah. That context is huge if you don't live there, and explains why and where you can go to get it for under 2 million. Context is like chef's kiss. You can do, we all know that everyone does just posted, just sold. You just have to look like a couple degrees different. So instead of just listed, just sold, you do the community tour. You do like how amazing the sellers were and the things that you do as a seller to make your house stand out. You just now immediately look different, not just to the people on YouTube, but now your sphere is like, she speaks different than any other agent I know. And now you've just stuck out like a sore thumb in a good way. I could go on. Yeah.
Real quick, Alicia, where can people find you on YouTube?
Oh, good question. I didn't even show you. My name, Alicia Crastel, I'll show you what it looks like so you can have it. And TikTok, I'm Real Mother Hustler.
Real Mother Hustler. That's what I was missing.
I'll show you the back end of my YouTube too, so we can talk about that quickly, and then the thumbnails. And then I feel like you've got, like, you kind of know what's entailed and like whether this is, you want to do this or not. Okay, so here's Real Estate Success, but you'll find it under my name, Alicia Crastel. And it's all orange and blue mostly. This is the most recent one. If you want to know how to do videos about your listing, like if you have a listing right now and you're like, I want to get more listings from this listing, this video that I just launched, that's the video. Short form, long form, it doesn't have to be for YouTube, and you can do any of them as posts. They don't have to be, I should put my thing on the channel. I'm gonna stick it. They don't have to be long form videos. Yeah. So that's me. Let me put this in the chat. That's my YouTube, and then I'm Real Mother Hustler. Now, I did TikTok before and your TikTok person will tell you this, before I ever thought I was just doing it for an outlet. But I would definitely put your name and your state if you're going to do that. And I did want to mention on TikTok, there's an option. Are you guys on TikTok? I can't see it. No, if any of you are, there's a drop down that allows you to link directly to Instagram. You can change it to YouTube. So the only reason I'm on TikTok now is because it feeds my YouTube. So on my TikTok, in my profile, if you go there, let me just show you in case you want to do it, because it does help grow your audience.
While you're on this subject too, Alicia, in terms of like approach, like why YouTube, why TikTok, what's in your mind the difference or the value in each of them? Like, why would you pick one versus the other versus another?
Okay, I'll show you. Oh, it's not on you have to go on the mobile version. So I picked YouTube because I knew it could lead generate for me when I was with my family. That's the 100% reason. I knew that I could do the research, and I am resilient, and I will never give up until it works. If you're like someone who's like needs the immediate gratification, YouTube's not it. It's just not. It's going to take you probably 60, 90 days to get a client from it. But if you can hang in there, they work for you. Like I'm working 100 hours a day. Without work, I could be off, and I'm still working 100 hours a day, lead generating, and people are reaching out to me. And it's people who actually like me, right? They don't want Lambos. They want who I am because they've got to know me now on YouTube. That's why I chose YouTube. So YouTube was my first because I knew I knew I could do that, and I could do it on my own time. Then TikTok was 2. Facebook was always like for my relationship-based business. TikTok was 2 because I knew it could support YouTube, that if I did this here, I could get them there. And my third, so I knew I was going to do these. I knew I was going to do YouTube, I knew I was going to do TikTok, and I knew I was going to do LinkedIn. LinkedIn was my third because LinkedIn is low level input and high return, just like YouTube. They give I think you had a LinkedIn person on there. Judy Fox. I was coached by Judy Fox specifically for LinkedIn, and they support each other. And Instagram I'm on, but I don't want to spend time anywhere that's not going to move the needle on the big picture for me and distract me. And you can't learn them all at once. I know there are social media experts that say, do them all, be everywhere, do everything. Okay, well, that's great. But especially if you're a solo agent or a small team, is that really feasible? Probably not, unless you have help. So you do one or two, and then you add. Like I held off on LinkedIn for like 2.5 years before I hired her to help me.
Fantastic. I really appreciate your perspective, because
Sure.
I think people do feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Very overwhelmed. And I love that you're doing this, generating leads with, minimal financial commitment. It's just learning curve, getting the understanding. And I love that it works with your family, it works with your lifestyle. This is all great information.
Awesome. Yeah. If you want to control it, this is the way to go.
Excellent.
Okay. We wanted to do thumbnails. Is there anything else you guys want to get out of this before we go because I want to make sure I leave enough time for you. We'll do thumbnails.
Maybe just a brief analytics, what you're doing on the back end, how you know it's working, how you know to change course.
Let me do that first. And I'll just show you guys how I'm getting in. Might as well while we're. Okay, so there is a app that's YouTube Studios connected to YouTube. You can get it on your phone. You're familiar because you're using it. All right. So this is like the dashboard. And then if you go to analytics, you can look at analytics for just the video, or you can do it for the channel. And you can see through here what's going on. So let's go video to video, because you won't have a lot of information at first. And you can see I'm making money off of YouTube. Like it's paying me to lead gen. Let's go to one that has some good content for you to analytics for you guys to see. I did do some shorts, but I like long form. Shorts was distracting me and I like long form. Let's go to this one okay, so you just click on the video. You see what my cheat sheet looked like. There's my title and my keyword. Here's my description with the tags in there. And then my thumbnail, which you can do in Canva, added playlists, and then I'm going to show you where the tags are. So the tags are in here. Those are the other keywords with not as many searches that you're going to put in here. And you can see the little bubbles are like where I'm ranking for them. So a couple I have one on. So analytics is really fun when you're like just a small peon in the world and you're like, I am ranking number one against people who I should not, like Tom Ferry, or like, it's really a lot of fun and you can do it. Okay. So it tells you exactly how many subscribers that you've had. And you can change this from date published, or you could do like the last 7 days, 28 days, watch time in hours, and then the trajectory. The gray line is what your average videos do. And this line is how you're performing for this video. So it kind of tells you, see how things are kind of slow at first and sometimes they start to take off. I had one that was like this for like 8 months, and then it literally went straight up. If you're doing your hook, you'll see you're doing your hook, you're engaging people, and then you're using the process throughout. I have like a natural progression. This is the way it's supposed to look, right? Like it's going to just be high at front. People are going to pop off real quick. And then more or less, most people are going to stay. That's what you want. They'll have a spot in here that says spikes and drops. If you have a drop, like it goes down, you want to go back. You want to be like, oh, what did I do there that made them not, and not like a drop like this, but like a serious drop. You want to go back and be like, what did I do? Did I stop talking? Something made them, a lot of people stop looking. What else do we want to see here? Let's go to your reach. This is your click-through rate. Remember I told you it's about 5% on average. This is 7.3. So you give your video a week, 2 weeks, and you come in and look at the click-through rate, and you can see it on your YouTube Studio. If it's like 2%, change the thumbnail. Like there's something wrong with the thumbnail. No one's even clicking on it. Or the title is awful. And that keyword, people aren't searching the way we thought they were. 7.3 is good. You see this thumbnail is not like, I did that myself. Like that's not anything special, but it's clear and concise. So on your thumbnails, you want to see your face and your eyes. Typically, you can go across against the rules sometimes, right? And big, bold text, 3 to 5 words. You don't want these 3 words and then a subtitle because no one's reading it. They can't even see it because it's on a thumbnail. So don't bother. So it's like a couple words. And it doesn't repeat the title. So my title, I don't think, is Content Made Easy, right? It's something else. But the kind of catch on it is I'm making content easy for you. And I want you to be able to see that quickly. You can see through here your impressions. You can see where your audience is coming from, YouTube search. See 40%, that's pretty good, right? 40% browse features, direct or unknown. So I'm getting a lot of new people looking because I'm doing the work ahead of time. See, let's go here. Your audience, you can see returning viewers and new viewers. Like I have a lot of new viewers. It's usually about, let's see, not subscribed, 57%. So you can see all this stuff behind the scenes. And you won't be, you need like 8 videos. You got to do 8 videos before you can start really having much analytics to do anything with. So I give you guys a little snapshot. If I go too far, I'm afraid it's going to be
this is
a little
great.
overwhelming. Okay.
And what do you do? There was a question Jean just dropped in the chat about having to do with your call to action. Like, is there a place where so you mentioned in the beginning how you have like multiple calls to action built into your videos. Is there a place where you can measure that the conversion from the YouTube space into an actual client?
That would be more on where, so let me show you this. So your call to actions, as far as like go to this video, you can see when on that video where people are coming from. It'll show you like your video is suggesting this video, like that's how you got there. On the main page, this is a banner. You can use a template for this, but this is like work with me. This could be a downloadable New Jersey guide right here. Mm-hmm. This isn't in your graphic. This is within the customization in YouTube. You're going to tell it, I want you to put this link in. I want you to put my Instagram, my LinkedIn, etc. Whatever you have here, like if you're getting people clicking on this, and this is the only place you'll have it, you'll know that's where it's coming from, right? If it's your guide to whatever town, you'll know. So this is very few agents are putting what they really should put there. They're just having their website or their search portal. Well, they could go in your search portal and you never know who they are. I want them to either schedule a call with me or work with me or do something. I want that to get their information.
Hey, quick question. Are you using some kind of funnel? Like if they're clicking on something, are you using any kind of funnel to capture their info for them to receive something, whether it's, you know, any kind of info real estate related, and then you're capturing their info for your, you know, database or mailing list?
Yeah. I just recently, about 2 months ago, started an email list. So when they download something, it is going on my email list. So at the top there, especially if you have download my guide, that should definitely go in an email list. That should go on the list of, you know, YouTube downloads or whatever. My guide downloads from YouTube. So you have a section. Is that what you're asking up there?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yep. Definitely. Don't make the mistake that I did, because I doing YouTube great, but I'm not a good email list builder. And I've just now been like, oh, I need to build an email list. It's pretty important. I've been doing it all in relationship. People would just reach out to me. So there's some missed opportunities there for sure. I do also have like a download where it's like, I have a template for your business plan and your communication plan. And when people download that, it does, like, it's a link in my description. They go on a list from there. Now, they didn't know it 3 years ago, but they do now. So anything you're having them download, definitely put them on a list. And so one of the keys to making this work is that it's not just the videos that are going to sell you. It's the video is the portal to the relationship. It's the conversation. You're having a conversation with this person. If you don't take it anywhere, then you don't take it anywhere. Some people will reach out to you, but if they're commenting, then you can lead them somewhere else. Do you have a group page for a town in New Jersey? Do you have resources that you can say, hey, check these resources out? You're continuing to deposit into those relationships. It's not just like you watch my video, thanks.
Well,
Okay.
exactly on that point. Oh, go ahead, Jean.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask one more question. It's,
Yep.
I guess just a personal question for me. I've been using Instagram at like a super high level, like more than anything else. And I have zero going on, with YouTube, but I do have so much content. Even, we're part of Leaders Edge. We record, video kind of podcast content every week, whether it's shorts and long form video. But I guess my question is I'm assuming there's an audience, or does it make sense for me to take, a lot of my content that I'm using, on Instagram and now start putting it onto YouTube? I mean, I just feel like you're kind of starting from scratch, with, 0 subscribers and followers, and, nobody knows anything about you on YouTube. I'm just wondering, in your opinion, if that's, a good idea to even start doing that now.
Well, do you have an abundance of clients? Like, do you need more clients?
Of course, we all need more clients.
Well, I don't know. Do we? Like, do you seriously?
Well, when you say clients, are you talking about like buyers and sellers? You're talking about followers.
Oh, I'm talking get paid buyers and sellers.
Right. Well, I don't want buyers. I want more sellers.
Okay, you want sellers. So do you? Okay, so you need more sellers.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you are doing a podcast, a recorded podcast. Are you recording them video wise also?
We are. Yeah, it's recorded professionally.
And what's the podcast? Who does it serve?
All real estate agents. So Deanna's part of it. We have our the Leaders Edge network, within EXP. We record that for, our network, the agents, and then we're chopping up the videos. We're using clips to put out on, TikTok and Instagram, but I have nothing going on with YouTube right now.
It's a good place to be, because you can do whatever you want at first. Nobody cares. So your podcast is for attraction, but your Instagram is for getting sellers.
My Instagram?
Yeah.
My Instagram is more for definitely for engagement. It's my personal Instagram, where it's primarily just, memes and really just funny stuff. And, I do get a lot of engagement and, followers. There's about like 22,000 followers now that I have on Instagram.
Do you think it's pushing people to be clients with you? Like, is it attracting people to want to, I mean, they might not be coming directly. You do think it's helping. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what are your other lead gen sources?
Well, I also run a team, and again, I don't want to monopolize this conversation right now. You got like 5 minutes left. Maybe this is something that we can talk, at a different time about this also. So I was just curious. My only question was, I was just curious, is it worth for me to take the content that I have, all on, Instagram and start, pushing it, on YouTube as well?
I think you could do it on YouTube Shorts like that. I think if you're going to do long form videos, that you have to do it a little bit differently, because it's a different culture.
Cool. Thank you.
Right. You're welcome. It's a conversation, and Instagram and TikTok, a lot of times it's just a little bit different than YouTube. And they want you to give them their information like now. They don't care if it's funny. They just want the information. So if I was doing it and I needed sellers, my first stop right now, if I didn't have like any platform at all, I would go to TikTok because it's fast. And then I would do long form YouTube. That's what I would do. And then I would try to elevate both of them with LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, you can do newsletters and you can highlight the videos you've already done in the newsletters. You don't even need someone's email. It goes straight out and helps promote your videos. That's, I might not get to the thumbnails, but if you go into Canva, there are thumbnail templates that you can use to start with. Or you can pay someone on Fiverr that they do that would be I wouldn't do Fiverr maybe for your video editing, but for thumbnails, they can do it. Or just make them clear and concise. And I think, Jean, I don't think that's just a question for you. I think that's a question that a lot of people have. They're like, can I just put everything on YouTube? Well, yeah, you can. Like, it's better than nothing, I guess, right? But if you want people to call you and be like, you're my agent, I think you have to spend the time to do the long form video, even if it's just reformatting it. Like, we did this, we already wrote this, let's just do it in this format now. That's what I would do. And it's like, if you do the research, it could feed your entire team.
Right. Cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
One other question that I had too for people who are entering into this platform, how much time do you spend addressing comments? And is there a lot of time? Like, I think that's a huge deal when you get into like Instagram and Facebook, you know, being able to reply to people's comments and questions and everything. Do you have to do a lot of that in YouTube, or you're just letting the videos and the traction work for you?
I respond to every single comment if I can on YouTube, but there's not that many, right? It's not, and it's, if it takes you 2 days to get back to someone on YouTube, it's no big deal because it's not immediate, right? So I try to comment on every single one because it makes YouTube know that my video is better and the engagement is there. And it's easier. So if you're on YouTube Studio, it'll show you exactly what your new comments are, and it'll bring up the video that you need to reply back on. You can do it right in there. You don't even have to go to the video. So not much. I would say 15 minutes a week. Yeah, hardly any. And it's not a lot of back and forth. It's just like, could you answer my question? Sure. And it means a lot when you're on YouTube and they comment and you respond, they're not really expecting a response. So even if they don't answer a question, I always try to respond. Because it means a lot. I can't tell you how many times people are like, I feel like I'm meeting a celebrity. I'm like, you're definitely not. But they think that because people don't put themselves out there, and they really respect people who are willing to do that genuinely and not be like a big performance. They really do. What was I going to say? Oh, I wanted to answer somebody's question. They said, how often do you do videos? Ideally once a week. So if you want to start with every other week and then go, okay, I'm good with every other week. Now I'm moving to once a week, but you don't need more than one a week. You can definitely have a sustainable, successful channel with once a week. And in the last 2 minutes, I just want to make sure that I mention this. Promoting your videos and distributing them is a part of this. So I talk about YouTube on TikTok. I share my videos in some Facebook groups that I think are valuable. I don't spam people. And I have, like in the newsletter in LinkedIn, I'll put my video, I'll do a newsletter and I include a video that makes sense with that newsletter, and it helps grow that channel. So it's not like you just make the videos and they just does all the work for you. You have to kind of help give it a little fuel. That could be an Instagram story, Facebook story, in your group, a TikTok, anything you want.
This has been incredible. This is awesome. Does anybody have any last questions that you want to throw out there? Yes, go ahead, Inez.
When I post something in Facebook, they make comments and I get like in my phone, like a notification. And on YouTube, do I get that? How do I know without having to go back to each Instagram post, each Facebook post, each YouTube thing?
YouTube Studio does that, but you don't get all the other crap from Facebook. You know, Facebook, everything that happens.
Because I'm constantly getting beep, beep, beep. It's like crazy when I post something.
You can turn that off. I would turn it off. My phone is on silent like 90% of the day, and then I go look.
Okay.
And I have real estate clients. I just tell them the expectation of when I'm going to communicate with them and why it's on silent and all the things. Okay. So YouTube, when you go into YouTube Studio, you just look in YouTube Studio and there's a section that shows you where the comments are. And then you just reply to the comments and get out. You don't have to go to each individual video.
Oh, that's okay. Okay. Great. Okay. And that's on YouTube.
It's pretty amazing. YouTube's pretty amazing.
Yes, it is. So it also in Instagram, because I have my Facebook connected to my Instagram.
I don't know. I'm not the person to ask about Instagram. I know very little about Instagram.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Inez. Any other last questions as we wrap up? Well, this has just been fantastic. I mean, I'm going to go find Hank and just give him a big old hug, virtual hug.
I need to be an octopus to do all the things that we need to be doing.
Well, I think Inez, we got some great advice here today about, first of all, just choose 1 or 2 platforms that make sense for you. And the concept that YouTube can be working for you when you're not working, when you're doing other things in your life, that you don't have to be sitting in front of a computer hours on end. that this can happen with your phone on the go with one video a week. So here we are, like stressing out about 3 to 5 posts a day. And we heard a different story here. So I think that's really good for people who were feeling like overwhelmed by social media. This is a great way to get involved and get yourself out there. So this has been fantastic. I can't even tell you.
Tell Hank I said
Awesome.
I'll tell him
I
too.
certainly will.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time. So much. Everybody will follow up with the video recording. We'll provide it in the Dropbox too. And then any materials that Alicia has for us with that template, we'll make sure to include in the Dropbox as well. So if you're not getting access to that link to that Dropbox, we'll make sure to follow up and post that in a couple places so that you can find this stuff easily. And then I encourage you, if you have any interest in leveraging any personal, one-on-one coaching, you now know how to reach her and leverage that expertise one-on-one. So thank you so much for your time.
I didn't even tell you. Yes, I'm happy to help, even if you have just questions. But I do one-on-one, and I have in the end of June, I'm doing a 4-week YouTube we're making videos together and making this happen. It's $999. You watch the little modules, and then you come to the coaching and we do it together. So if you have anyone interested, I'm going to get you rolling.
Get to that and to you through your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you again so much. Really appreciate your contribution today.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Everybody have a great day. Thank you.
Yeah.